human design as a martial art. People that don't really understand at least traditional martial arts may totally take what I'm saying wrong. And so, this is just my perspective, and you may not like my perspective, and that's okay. But, I've really started to see human design as a martial art, because true martial arts is about defending yourself. That's what it's about. It's not about attacking anyone or beating anyone up. It's about body consciousness. It's about awareness. I'm someone that has studied martial arts on and off a good deal of my life, and continue today, actually. But it's about defending yourself. It's about stillness. It's about body consciousness and the ability to sense and see your environment. It's not about running around beating people up. It's about defense. And that's what human design brings. Human design really brings the ability to defend your life against all of those that would influence you and condition you, including the program itself. And I like to call the one magic formula, the most magic formula in human design is the one that nobody wants to do. It's called waiting. It's the one that's so dreadfully painful that I like to call it's like horse stance. It's like this low, hard stance that you have to stand in for hours and hours and hours, at least in traditional Kung Fu, and to build your muscles so that you can have the roots necessary to really pull the energy from the earth and have power in your movements and so forth. So, I call waiting is like horse stance in martial arts. And so for waiting, and it's not, when I say waiting, I'm also not saying that you're inactive. You can have your life. You can go to the store, you can take your walk, you can do your laundry, but you don't do anything new. You don't begin any new process if you're a manifestor unless your authority says so. You don't initiate anything. And for all the other types, you don't do anything unless you're in response or through invitation. That means there's so much waiting, dude. There's so much waiting. Even these videos, we did the first series 2 years ago. People have been emailing me ever since, asking me to do more, asking me, and I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And even, to do this series, this wasn't, we weren't going to do videos. This all accidentally happened again. I mean, I'm going to do a whole segment on that, so I'm not going to spoil that story yet, but. So human design as a martial art is really about you starting to learn this as a body or form consciousness and take it on as if you like yoga better than martial art, fine, whatever, dance, I don't care. But as long as there's some vernacular that helps bring it home, helps bring it into the body for you, and you understand that just like martial arts, you can defend yourself from the world with the authority that's you, because you start to reside in your own body as yourself. And you're not easily influenced. People don't get to dick with you. They don't get to pull you. They don't tell you what to do. If someone tells me what to do, it's all I can do not to hit them. Literally. I feel that much. There's and I know what it is now. It's my integration channels, which is like survival. There's this thing that just snaps at me, and I'm not even mad. But I could easily just pop someone, it wouldn't be that hard. Don't tell me what to do, please. You can ask me. You can ask me almost anything, but without offending me. But, don't tell me, and don't tell anybody else. If you're a manifestor, you can inform us. You can inform us what you're going to do. But everybody has their own inner authority. And human design, again, as you start to develop the body consciousness of this, you start to make this real in the body. Not a study. I understand you can become involved in the study of human design. And I see that, unfortunately, that's where it looks like most people are putting their emphasis. And I'm not even arguing that knowing this information can't help you with your practice. But until you really embody this and make it real in your body, and you can feel your emotional wave, or you can feel your intuition or your sacral response, or whatever your unique authority and aura type is, this is all about you getting in your aura and being yourself, and then not being influenced by anybody ever again. And for me, that really has the same flavor as, like the radical martial artist. It's, they're totally peaceful. They don't believe their mind, they're in the now a good deal of the time, but you don't want to mess with them. And the people I know that are really into this, you do not want to mess with them, man. I've accidentally cut into a certain generator's aura a couple of times where I was unleashed on, and I mean, literally, and that was some of my best teachings, is when I got hit the hardest. And so, guys, look, there's nothing gentle about this from my perspective. There's nothing easy, fun, or nice about this from my perspective. There is something very real about this from my perspective and from what my experience is. And that's all I have to share with you, is my view on this. And so if that resonates with you at all, really take this on as a body study instead of a mind study. Your mind will never be satisfied. This system is so big, don't worry. You got plenty of time to study everything you need. There's so much. You could never be done with it. But if you're really going to live this, I encourage you to stick with the basics and be vigilant and militant about the basics. Just like any good martial arts school will drill the basics again and again and again and again and again and again until you're so sick of it. You want to just move one other direction, but you're just locked. You're just locked. You're locked. You're locked. And then slowly, as you progress, you start to be able to take on your own form, and the restrictiveness of that form will fall away, and you'll return to formlessness. That's what all good martial arts, at least from what I understand, teach. There's a rigid beginning that's very, very controlled and locked. It's just locked down, locked to the frequency. And then as you lock to that frequency in your human design over and over again, slowly but surely, you'll start to it'll just become natural because it's you. It'll just be the natural way that you move through life. You're a generator, you respond. You're a projector, you wait to be invited. It's natural. And it'll be perfect because it's your trip. It's your form. Unlike martial arts, you got your own form in this trip. So I'm really encouraging you to be radical in your experiment, to hit as hard as you can, and be not too easy on yourself. Take it in. Be radical. Be vigilant. Don't let anybody mess with you. That's my perspective.